Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatsMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Now today's map, we are looking at a creator we've done 3 times in the past, back in episodes 306, 429 and 564, where they got 9, 8 and 10 stars respectively. And today's map will be at the top end of that curve. But the most interesting thing with today's map is actually going to be the asset, because on this particular map, it's 100% invisible. So we're going to have to go elsewhere, but we'll get to that in a minute. Before we do anything else though, it's time for your daily reminder. That's right, hit the like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. So thank you very much for your support. Today's map is Generic Temperate Valley by Giggily, and a more generic name you will not see anywhere on the workshop. Brilliant, well done, well played. The start square looks like that, with a national road running right the way through the middle of it. And then if we go and have a look at the resources, it looks like a beautiful watercolour painting. It might be a little bit light for industries, but can't be sure. Workshop, mass transit map, and the generic 4K theme. And we'll be using the realistic 1.2 LUT, as we pretty much always do when nothing is prescribed by the creator. Now, I know a lot of you are going to go, hang on a second, national roads, where are the highways? This is a problem. Well, on this particular map, it might not be. There will be other problems regarding traffic. This bridge, by the way, just a little bit too low, just a wee bit too low. Yeah, there might be other problems regarding traffic, but the fact that we're not looking at a highway system isn't one of them. Okay, I know you're concerned because this is the only road running across the map. And I know you're going, what are you talking about, BonBon? If this is the only road running across this map, this is going to get clogged with traffic immediately. Not so. Okay, listen to Uncle BonBon. Not so. Perfectly good bridge there. I would say that this this national road does, well, it wiggles about a little bit more than I'd like. And there are stretches like this where it's gone elevated where it doesn't really need to be. Going into a tunnel here. Don't mind this, it does drop away a little bit, but we are actually going downhill in the tunnel. And we do emerge down here. Not too steep a drop, and I'm okay with all of that. That's a winner for me. We go across the bridge here. We stay elevated before we get to the next bridge. I don't mind it for this short stretch staying elevated, but there will be more long elevated sections coming along, which is just a bit too much. We come down to ground after the rail and then elevate again to go back over the rail, and that's fine. And we are now heading into start square territory now. It looks like a pretty good start location. It's not particularly flat. If you need flat land to build on, this isn't going to be the map for you, because we are pretty domed here. See how steep these banks are. But it's still plenty of building space there, just not flat. Now, our magic asset, which is invisible on this map, we're going to have to go elsewhere. So let's take a little spin. Sorry to get you all dizzy, but we're going to head off to St Catherine's Point, home of Duvo, and going to come down to the roads. Okay, we need to come down to the roads because, as you saw, there was no traffic on that particular map. And look at that! Oh, how exciting! Is that a hover car? Stop! We need to have a look at you. Let's get down to ground level as it whizzes past. Whee! Look, hover cars. It's a Spectra X6 Hover 2019 by bullettMAGNETT. And there's got to be one parked in Emberton over here. Let's go and have a little look around at Emberton, see if we can find one. And while we're doing that, I'm going to look for a factoid, because factoids. Oh, there's one down there. And there's going to be a little bit of jerky camera action at the moment, but I'm giving you my best shot. Factoid. For the first years of his career, Stevie Wonder was promoted as Little Stevie Wonder. Then he grew to be over 6 feet tall. Spectra X6 Hover 2019 by bullettMAGNETT. Today's asset of the day. Now let's go for a spin back to the new map, which is generic Temperate Valley by Giggily. Oh, are you spinning? Yes, Little Richard. Oh, not Little Richard. Little Stevie Wonder. Different guy, different singer. Stevie Wonder. How does he know that he's 6 foot? I mean, you take it on trust, I'm sure. Anyway, sorry. I'm not going down that path. I'm not doing blind gags. I'm not. Well, okay, I did, but I'm not doing it again. Okay, now we've got a bridge. Now this is I don't know. I'd like it to be more centered because it's a bit stretched again, a little bit stretched out. But I don't mind the fact that it's not 100% centered because we are actually going across an extra span there. It kind of works. It's not my favourite bridge, but I can't mark it down. There's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't sell itself to me, that bridge. Okay, we'll loop around. See, like here, this highway loops around here, or National Road loops around here, where I think it would have taken a more direct route. It does meander a little bit. Now look, hang on, elevated here. Look, elevated. Why elevated? We're on the side of a hill, and I think that's why we're elevated. But yeah, you're elevated near. You've got cliff edge on the right hand side and drop away on the left. I'm not keen. Look, it's still elevated. Why? Why is it elevated here? It comes down to ground just in time to go around the little corner here and then to go elevated again. And why is it elevated here? There's no real reason for it to be elevated. I'm not I won't say not a fan, but it comes down the ground and look, elevated again. Just why? Anyways, my little grumble for today. But so that's the National Road that runs right the way across. We're going to be heading towards the edge of the map. I've got the fog switched off for a reason today. Always switch the fog off. There's a good reason, and I think we've got a good reason today. Because this is not the only road on the map. It's the only one that we can see, though. Elevated again, look. What is going on with this road? Oh, Giggily. You make me so sad. Not giggly at all. I know there's me giggling. Ironic, I know. Anyway, that heads off into what would be the fog. But just before we get to the fog, we get to a tunnel. And that's the end of that. We will look at where that tunnel goes after the intermission. But before we go and do the intermission, we'll have a look at the rail. And look, see, that does connect off with the edge of the map there. And we're going to follow this across the map. Again, elevated. Why elevated here? There's no need for it to be elevated. Well, mind you, we are out the 25 tiles, so maybe it doesn't matter. But when we get into the centre of the map, I mean, elevated here, I kind of, it's not flat terrain. So this does kind of hide the ups and the downs a little bit. You know, it's definitely flatter and straighter and cleaner. And then when we come back down to ground, we put the terrain lines on. It's not bad. There are 1-2 stretches that do drop away. But if you look at how Giggily tries to follow the lines of the terrain there, look, see? Follows that down. Now we're dropping down a bit of a hill there. That's a little bit steep-ish. Well, within tolerance, so. You know, your eyeball check probably won't notice that. And then we come back and we're level again. And again, here, tries to follow the lines of the hill. And it's a good effort. It is a very, very good effort. And credit where it's due. So if you're really looking for accuracy in your train recreation, elevated again, why? Maybe because it's the terrain. I would have done a little bit of terraforming to make this work a little bit better, or choose a slightly different route. I don't know. But overall, it's not bad, and it does, as a map, it does look very nice indeed. But the question is, what is going on with the roads? We'll have a look at that after the intermission, which will be coming along any moment now.
Fed up with vanilla or ploppable parking lots in your city? Wondering what Bonnie Daya's Parking Lots Roads is all about? Then you need BonBonB's Parking Lots tutorial. Click the information button below.
And back to generic Temperate Valley by Giggily, where there are no shipping routes, but we do have 2 air routes. One there, and there's another one right here, and that cuts across there as well. Nicely curved, no problems with those at all. Perfectly fine. Water, there's plenty of rivers. It's a fantasy style map in terms of rivers. The question is the start square supplied with fresh running water? And it is, plenty of it. And that is a working river there. So it even takes it away and takes it off the edge of the map too. So plenty of water going on. But let's have a look at some of the other detailing first. Like the trees. I don't mind the trees. They're a little bit kind of like sparse. Hinted at detailing in places like here. You follow this up. There's just enough. There is just, I call it sparse. It's not sparse in a bad way. It's sparse in a, we're not going to use 10 trillion trees and clog up your system way. I like that. Oh, look at the detail in this theme. Oh, fantastic. I'm surprised there's no actually recommended LUTs. So should we go up this way? Look at this. Yeah, normal. Oh dear. Yes, love it. Little bit lumpy this stream. Like to see it sort of like waver around a little bit more as well. Oh, and the water spawn points on this map aren't believable. But I think you're going to be spending most of your time in the 25 tiles and not out here in the hills. So it probably doesn't matter that much. And there's plenty of 25 tiles to work with. Plenty. There's 25 of them. Yes, sorry, laughing at myself here. Yes, there's lots of going on here, and love it. Just look at the I do like a good theme, and this is a good theme. Well done, Giggly, for the theme. But the map, where are these roads going to? Well, let me show you. We go underground, and we're staying underground all the way up here until you get to the corner of the map where there is a hidden highway. That's where your connection is. And this is to take traffic away from the center of your map. Only traffic running through your map. Look, there's traffic just on that left-hand highway. Nothing on this bottom highway at all at the moment. Just looking back here, there's nothing spawning down here for the right-hand highway. I don't know. I do not know if this is a glitch with the highway, so I don't have time to rip them up. Oh, by the way, this is interesting. This one cuts through the middle of the map and it dead ends in the middle of the map. So if you want the highway going into the middle of the map, you can access it up there. On the opposite side of the map, there is a highway here that cuts in from the side, but I would highly recommend not connecting this to your city, because otherwise everything going from there will go right through the middle of your city. So I wouldn't connect that one up. This one, yes, this one's okay. Yes, we're still having a look for traffic on this highway that's closest to the edge of the map. Can't see any traffic down there at all. So I don't know if that's broken or not. I'm going to have to assume that it is, because normally there'd be something, wouldn't there? Can't see a single vehicle on it. Anyway, we've got a national road that goes up the side here, and that connects up with our through the map route. So yeah, that's just a weird one. That no traffic there at all. Okay, your chance to vote on the map. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the viewer's choice top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? I sincerely hope so. I like it. Just a couple of question marks with it, really. So aesthetically, it's pretty. All down to the theme, and all credit for the theme goes to Giggly as well. I'm going to give it 4 stars. It could be more so, clearly could be more so. Definitely worth a 4-star for aesthetics. Detailing, subtle. No major problems with it. I don't think it quite shines enough to grab a 4th star, but it's still solid. A solid 3. Good pass mark, that one. Gameplay potential. I would love to give it a 4, but there is that question mark with the traffic. There is that highway which dead ends from the side of the map that I would recommend not connecting, but the map does work, apart from the missing little bit of traffic. I'm going to give it 3. I'm going to give it 3 stars for gameplay. Generic Temperate Valley by Giggily. Really good to see another map from Giggily. They are quite talented, especially the theme. That theme is glorious. Well, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing, and for joining me on another week's adventure around the world of maps. There'll be another 6 maps coming again next week. We've got the Steam Weekly Chart show coming tomorrow morning, plus another mod spot. Yeah, more mod spots coming tomorrow afternoon. Don't miss that one. We'll take another look at another mod that maybe you're using, maybe you're not. Call it a tutorial, call it a review, call it mod spot.